Bigfoot, abominable snowman, Yeti, Sasquatch. Whatever you call it, it is here.
Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is an ape-like creature that reportedly inhabits forests. Bigfoot is usually described as large and hairy. There have been recent sightings of a Sasquatch or Bigfoot in the Tom Green County area. So we decided to take a team down to check it out. The first interview we got was with a man named Zach Weber, who we met up with after he said he had a sighting of a Bigfoot at Lake Nasworthy.
Yeah, I saw something in the bushes while I was at the lake the other day, and at first I didn't think anything of it, but I did notice something as I got closer to it. But where I was standing, it was not a good idea for me to get any closer, so at least I had my camera on me, and I did try to get a picture of it. From where I was standing, the thing looked enormous, as well as kind of deep brown fur. But all I got was a look at the back. I wasn't able to see the face, but I didn't want to either anger it or disturb it, because fearing for my own safety, I'd rather have left it alone, because who knows exactly if he is peaceful or violent. You can never tell.
The next interview we got was with a woman named Charlotte Caruso. She says she spotted Bigfoot after looking out her window one morning while drinking coffee.
Well, I know it sounds weird, but I looked out the window and I saw something over by the tree line. And I thought, what is it? I mean, it looked like it was kind of crouched down, and it was sort of like furry, and I thought, is that a bear? You know, we don't have bear here. So I walked out on the porch so I could get a better look, and it was still there, and I could see that it was like a bear, and I thought, well, is it a monkey? You know, the circus was here about 2 weeks ago. But if there had been anything, there would be police everywhere. There would be people looking for it. You know, we'd know about it. And so I watched, and it stood up. And when it stood up, it was not a bear. It was not a monkey. And it was like a person that stood up, but it wasn't a human. It was all hairy, and it was all one color. It was just a dark brown, but it had hair like a human would have. But I don't know. And I kept watching it, and it didn't look at me or anything. It never turned and saw me, but it kind of turned, and I saw that the face was more like a face, a real face, a human face. But there was not. I mean, it's not like there was kids dressed up in costumes. There was nobody else around. There was nothing else around. And I just stood there and watched. And then it just kind of walked off. And I ran in the house, and I called my daughter and told her, and she laughed at me. But I mean, it was real. It just gave me goosebumps now even talking about it. And I told her to call and see, you know, if the sheriff or somebody should come and look it out. And she said that she would come over, so she and her husband came, and they looked around out there, but they didn't see anything. And I really don't know. I can't tell you that, you know, I don't believe in the Bigfoot, but I think the Bigfoot's feet are, I know that sounds silly, but they're, whatever it was real. It was not somebody, or it was not an animal. It was a thing that you do not normally see. You know, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It was just strange. I won't walk out there by myself anymore. I just won't. I won't do it, because, I mean, it was out there. It's still out there. They're out there. Whatever it is, it's out there. And I don't know if it's dangerous, but it's there. It's really there. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. You know, it's just I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it was real.
Our next interview is with the lady who requested to be anonymous. She claims to have seen Bigfoot at O.C. Fisher.
I was going for my evening walk, and I was out at O.C. Fisher. And as I was walking, I saw something kind of crouched down in the bushes, and I wasn't sure what it was. It kind of looked like a deer, maybe, but it was much more furrier than a deer. As I got a little bit closer, it stood up, and I realized that it was on two legs. So it was more of a human being type figure than an animal-like figure. At this moment, I got very scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to startle it. But I didn't want to be there anymore. It was brown, dark brown, and very furry. It kind of looked like Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But I know those aren't real, but there's no other way that I can explain what it was that I saw. It was just walking behind bushes and standing there just staring at me, like it was watching me, and made me feel very uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to take a camera out. I didn't want to take a video out, but I knew if I didn't, that nobody would believe what I saw, so I got my camera. And I tried to videotape a little bit on my phone of it. And then it just stopped and stood there staring at me, and so I immediately got in my car and I left, and I will never go back. I will never go back.
Warning, this is actual footage. Material may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
There have been as many as 990 sightings of Bigfoot since 1884. 98% of all Bigfoot pictures or films are proven to be a hoax and or trick photography. The other 2% cannot be figured out, but they can also not be proven to be real. Bigfoot is described in reports as a large, hairy, ape-like creature ranging between 6 and 10 feet tall, weighing in excess of 500 pounds and covered in dark brown or dark reddish hair. We are not sure if Bigfoot is real, but for these people, Bigfoot is very real. Do you believe?
You can hear me before you see me. I got King Kong in the trunk. King Kong, King Kong, King Kong. You can hear me before you see me. You can hear me before you see me. You can hear me before you see me. I got King Kong in the trunk. King Kong, King Kong.